I'm curious what's the feeling is among artists. I mentioned Taylor Swift earlier, and how there was a lot of discontent about how streaming services exploded their business.
Yes.
How are artists feeling now?
So I remember that particular moment that people were quite upset, but the artists and writers on our platform did see that 30% of the revenue at that time already came from streaming. So Kobalt has transformed the music industry by just using technology and putting the power into their hands.
Talk to us about how Kobalt does that.
So historically it was a local regional system, and 75–80% disappeared in cost and middlemen. We have put in a central organization with a global platform. So we go straight to Spotify in Stockholm, or straight to Apple in Cupertino or San Bruno, the big players in the world. And we put it all together in London. Is our global platform. We speak 34 languages, and our creators can put up the smartphone and see in real time what's going on in the world with all the data and revenue demographics.
Now, I understand you have a coding background, yet you're also a musician. You play the saxophone, and so I'm curious what that understanding brings to the table.
So I think that being a musician from the beginning, and I could code, it was, and I experienced the music industry from both ends. I realized that when I saw the transformation to digital happening, it was absolutely clear for me that I wanted to achieve two things: to take the music industry into the digital age. One hit today has 10 billion microtransactions. You need a technology platform to do that. Number two, I wanted to serve creators. So that means we don't take people's rights. We are here to be a service provider, and we give you 100% transparency. Historically, you always need to litigate to get your data or get through those, I would say, bullies in the whole system to it. And when we're coming to awards today, we are getting hugs from all our creators.
What are the challenges ahead for the streaming industry? What could sort of upend or disrupt this, increasing growth that is predicted but not assured?
So I'm been so excited since I saw Spotify opening in Stockholm 2009. We had 90% piracy. 90% piracy, and the traditional record labels were going to close down. We supported them from day one because we really believed in the transformation. And what was at that time the I would say not belief in that this is going to save the industry. We were very convinced. The challenges is that continue to support all the platforms that like to sell our music, and then also the money feeding back to the artists. That is a challenge.
So let's say 5 years from now.
Yes.
What is the pie going to look like?
I love it. I think it will be a beautiful environment. 5 years from now, I believe we are going to have 1 billion people on the smartphones. Remember, we had 90% piracy in emerging markets too, in Asia, in China, etc. 1 billion on the platform. The artists and creators can see what's going on. You as a fan will have, we are going to create 20 times more artists who can live on their commercial living. So by increasing the pie, we significantly lower the costs on the global scale. It's centralized in technology. That means so much more money goes down to the creators, so much more bands can play the music and have a living on it. For example, there was a jazz musician who had $2,000, who just had a girl and said, well, I need to stop playing. He came to our platform. His first statement was $30,000. And he said, well, I can continue. Think about all those people, entrepreneurs and creators and struggling, and now we're giving them that data, that money, and you and I will be beneficiaries. And actually the big tech companies today are really supporting us.
Let's talk about the big tech companies. I spoke to Apple CEO Tim Cook last week and asked about Spotify specifically, given that while there are these other players, it's very much a two-horse race right now between Apple Music and Spotify. And he said, I don't think about it that way. I think about all the potential for all to get all the people out there who aren't subscribed yet to a streaming music service, and that is the opportunity. And then he also talked about the edge, though, being exclusive content. So exclusive content that's on Apple Music, exclusive content. Obviously, Spotify has its own exclusive content. Is that going to be the differentiator? What will be?
So first of all, the potential, if you think about it, 2 billion people we believe can afford to pay for music. There's 175 today.
But is it a commodity if really all that matters is what songs you have?
For you, it's not a commodity, but in comparison to film and TV, I don't personally believe in exclusive content because you like to consume so different things in comparison to film and television. You want 30 million songs on your band, so you're.
But then does it matter if it's Apple or Spotify or whoever else?
The difference is that you all like different interfaces, how you prefer. I also believe that voice interaction will come in, so I think that's important.